No, don't speak. Don't think. Just enjoy this moment. Just the two of us together after so long. Just feel it. Hi. What are you doing here?
Well, I didn't like the way you sounded on the phone.
So you're here to check up on me? What are sisters for?
You're a little blue.
It's okay. You're allowed to be. No, I'm not. I should be over this by now.
You know, I don't think there's a specific timetable for recovery when your family breaks apart.
You know, I go through the day and I almost convince myself that I'm fine. I'm at work and I'm functioning and thank God for work. And then I come home and I feed Will and I play with him and then I put him to bed and I'm all by myself in this big house. I never knew silence could be so loud.
Hey, Liam behind you?
No, he's gonna work late, so he asked me to pick up something for him.
Working late at my company. The one I'm not allowed to enter without permission or invitation.
Bugs you, huh?
Drives me nuts. But it is humbling. Maybe it's a lesson that was long overdue. Thanks.
A lot's changed for you lately.
A lot? How about everything? A year ago, I was in a solid marriage. I was worried about my wife, but committed. I was a proud new dad, spending a lot of quality time with my son. Something else that I have to ask permission for now. I was a CEO of my company. I mean, I had it all, at least on paper.
And then you fell in love with Brooke.
I didn't see that coming. My wife's sister, unthinkable.
Regrets?
A few. Will growing up in a divided home. Katie getting hurt so badly. I regret the estrangement between Brooke and Katie. We were so close until all this happened.
Did you take it back? Getting involved with Brooke, I mean?
Never.
All right, there you go. Go. Cheers. Cheers. So, Brooke stopped by earlier.
How did that go?
It was tense. It's probably my fault. I mean, I just want to forgive her and tell her that we're sisters and we're going to move past this. And then she says something that is so infuriating, and I'm right back to where I started.
Well, you know how it is when you just want to say the perfect thing and it's bound to come out wrong. Look, Brooke, she means well, okay? And more than anything, she wants to make it right with you again.
I know. I'm so tired of hearing that it's all my fault and that I pushed them together and that I insisted that she take my place. I mean, I wasn't well, and if Bill didn't consider that, then Brooke should have. And please, God, stop me. Please stop me and tell me to shut up.
It's okay. Your whole life was turned upside down. You have a right to feel however you feel.
I'm just trying to figure it out. It's confusing. These are two people that I trusted more than anything else in the world, and they betrayed me. And I don't want to be filled with anger. I'm trying to move past it, and then Brooke shows up, and she just gives me Bill back. What am I supposed to do with that?
You know, she says that she's done with Bill. I believe her.
She's still in love with him. And now she's positioned right where she wants to be. Between two men who want her. Bill and Ridge.
I can't do this.
This feels familiar, doesn't it? Two men fighting over Brooke, competing for her.
Yeah. Yeah, we've certainly seen this before. Usually involving Ridge.
What is it about our sister that makes men behave like besotted little boys?
That's one of those questions I'm not supposed to answer, right?
I mean, I used to take it for granted. You know, Brooke is so sexy and so beautiful. Of course, men just lose their minds over her. It doesn't go down so easy when the man in question is yours.
You know, she really regrets her part in breaking up your family.
Oh,
She thought that you and Bill were broken up.
Yeah. She feels really bad. I understand. She's really sorry. And then she reminds me that I'm responsible, and I've owned that. And then I have to think, well, no one forced Bill and Brooke into bed together, and then we're back on the same cycle, like this merry-go-round, and it's exhausting. I mean, I have got to have some kind of resolution. I've got to be able to live some kind of normal life and have some kind of normal relationship with my sister and the father of my child, if that's even possible.
Anything is possible if you really put your mind to it. And look, things are different now. Bill and Brooke are done, and Ridge is back. And that changes everything. You know it. I know it. And I suspect Bill knows it too.
Thanks.
You must know Ridge is back.
We bumped into each other at Brooks.
Awkward.
Well, for Ridge, maybe. I mean, he's been gone over a year. I've been here, helping Brooke through her pain, because he dumped her. On top of that, there was Stephanie's death. Ridge is the interloper, not me.
Does Brooke see it that way?
She's a little confused. He has that effect on her.
You don't seem worried.
I know what Brooke and I have.
But where does that leave Katie?
In a place I never wanted her to be. When I married Katie, I meant it. I had never met a woman who was a match for me. Strong, beautiful, accepted me for who I was. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with Katie.
Until Brooke. Now, Ridge is back. You're really not worried?
Ridge is like a cigarette. A bad habit that Brooke needs to break.
I want that, but I can't.
I'm right here, and I'm wanting you to.
Yeah, well, I thought of you and Spencer. I just can't get out of my head.
Just please don't talk about that. Really, it's over.
No, it's not. Not for me. Not for Katie.
It's complicated.
Complicated how? Tell me.
Not to minimize your relationship with Brooke at all. I mean, it's obviously very intense, but Brooke and Ridge, I mean, they're kind of legendary. I mean, this grand, sweeping love prevailing against all odds.
It's a bunch of over-romanticized BS. Want the facts? The facts are Ridge leaves. Brooke steps out of line, does something he doesn't like, and he heads for the exits. He has a little hissy fit. Brooke knows that I'm not going anywhere.
I don't think that Ridge is either. I mean, he is back at Forrester acting like CEO or president at least.
Pretty classic Ridge. The guy leaves town for a year without so much as a goodbye to anyone. Then he shows back up and thinks that everything should just be as it was. That's what happens when you grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth. In the real world, the clock keeps ticking. Positions get filled, people move on with their lives. And Ridge would be wise to learn that.
It's just, I love you, Uncle Bill. You are the closest thing I have to a father. I don't want to see you get hurt.
I'm not afraid of hurt, Caroline. I'm not afraid of anything that makes me feel alive. Brooke says she's going back to Ridge. She thinks that if the right families get together, Brooke, Ridge, RJ, me, Katie, Will, that everything will be right in the world. The truth is, too much has happened.
You want to know what I don't understand? Brooke thinks that she can just give Bill back to me. Well, what if I don't want him? What if Ridge doesn't want her? It's not unthinkable.
No, he came back for one reason only, to reunite his family.
Well, he didn't know that Brooke was carrying on with Bill. He certainly wasn't happy about it. He came by to see me as soon as he found out. He actually stopped by after you left on New Year's Eve.
Was he furious?
He was in shock. He actually apologized for not being here and keeping Brooke under control. He was very sweet. He's looking for reasons to give her the benefit of the doubt. And who am I kidding? He's gonna find those reasons and take her back. Why should this time be any different?
Don't shut down on me.
He had your body right here on this bed. He gave you heart, too.
There was an attraction, but we fought it.
Well, I didn't fight it very hard. It must have been pretty special for you to hurt your sister like that. Look at me. Did you love him?
Eventually, yes.
How does one person fall in love so many times?
That is not fair. You walked out on me on our honeymoon, and I was devastated. And Bill was there to pick up the pieces.
Can't talk about that.
You have no idea what you did to me. You left. And Katie was leaving Bill.
So you had to comfort each other.
Yes, we did, as friends. And then because of circumstances, look, why are we even talking
Because I
about
don't
this?
get it.
It is over. Bill and I are over.
That's what you keep saying. But why? What happened?
Bill did something unforgivable. As if we didn't hurt her enough already. He broke up with me, and he said he was going to rebuild his family, go back to Katie. And I encouraged that because I knew it was the right thing to do.
So Bill and Katie get back together.
No, it was a con. Bill pretended to go back to Katie so that he could get her to sign over his company back to him, and also he'd have equal custody of his son.
Now, you know that's despicable, right?
Yeah, I know, and that was it. That was the end. I know what I did was terrible, and I have many, many regrets, and I'm trying really hard to rebuild that trust that Katie and I once had. And I'm doing it, but you know what? That has nothing to do with us or you. I want you to focus on what we have here. I want you to focus on rebuilding our family the same way they are. I mean, RJ wants that too. Did you see how happy he was at Christmas? He wants his family together so badly. And we can do that, really. We could do that for him. We could make that happen. This is my issue. It's not yours. Really, it's not. I don't want you to worry about this. I just want you to concentrate on our family and bringing everything back together and rebuilding. I want it to be the way it used to be. All of it. Everything.
I admire you so much. Your strength, your confidence. I'm not sure that you can have what you want this time.
Because of Ridge? Let me tell you something. Throwing on a suit doesn't change the fact that the guy is a jerk. He broke up with Brooke over a text message. He doesn't deserve her.
But if she wants him back,
That's just guilt talking. Over RJ, over Katie, and I understand it because I feel some guilt myself. I mean, kids grow up really fast, and I am missing out on a lot of quality time with my son and him with me. When Katie looks at me, and I see that pain and bewilderment in her eyes, it cuts right through me.
maybe Brooke's onto something. Maybe going back to your family and starting over again, it's not the worst idea. Yeah, you won't know unless you try.
I know the connection that Brooke and I have, the passion that we share. And not Ridge, and not any man can compete with that.
Apparently, I just do not know what men want.
Don't look at me on that one. I have no idea.
I mean, look at Brooke. She wrecks homes, she breaks hearts, and what does she get? She gets two men fighting over her. I mean, how does that happen?
Well, things haven't been easy for her.
Oh, come on. It's very hard to be sympathetic when she's choosing between her husband and mine. Is there any man who isn't vulnerable to her?
I'm yours.